We are one, came to fight us. Let them come and try us. We gon' stand together, put our hands together. We are one, came to fight us. Let them come and try us. We gon' stand together.
Welcome to my hood. We right over here off of North Avenue in Graffiti Alley. And I'm here with my main man, RD.
What's
and
up?
As you know, I'm Sharief. And we just gonna keep it real for you. And then, I was addressing some issues earlier. I had posted this shirt about Stop the Violence Baltimore Challenge. And I was saying, can we have one of them days where we don't have no violence at all? And I was asking my man, RD, do you think it's possible for us to not have a violent day?
It could be possible if our young brothers learn how to put the guns down and fight. And real men fight skin to skin and mano a mano, as they say. Because if you fight and you walk away, you can be friends if you want to, or you can't be friends. I remember in the day, man, where if you weren't friends, y'all fought every day, but you lived to fight another day.
True that.
You know what I mean? So you mean the guy never got along, but y'all still lived to fight. You know what I mean? Or that you just stayed out of each other's way. And that's real men right there. You know what I mean? If you don't get along with somebody, you stay out that person's way.
But see, now we got these gangs, and there's a big difference with the gangs and
True.
And the mentality. The mentality right now is like it's like attack like animals. Ain't no such thing as the one-on-one or I got hurt and I'm not gonna come back. The thing is, I got to come back.
Yeah.
I got to rep myself. I gotta make it known that I'm not no punk.
It's a bunch of foolishness, really, man. Like I say, real men, know when to stay out of each other's way and know how to get along, even under the circumstances of not getting along. You understand? Because life is important, no matter who you like or don't like. Life is important. You don't like that person, stay out of that person's way. And just make some better decisions. That's what they got to do.
Exactly.
You got to make better decisions. And if you don't know how to do that, then ask for help. That's what we're here for, man. You know what I mean? Go sit underneath of an elder's feet and learn some wisdom from somebody. And stop thinking you know it all. Y'all don't know it all. We have been through where y'all at now, and we have lived to survive. And we can give you that wisdom that you need. Please put the guns down. Really.
I remember we was over the jail. We ain't had no guns over there.
How about that?
We might have had the swords and the shanks and stuff, but a lot of us stayed underneath the elders' feet.
Yeah.
I remember I wasn't even so old up in there, but the way I was carrying it, people thought, go to this brother because he knows something. About then, I was changing my life around because I was getting tired of going back in there. And people was like, damn, you back.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you be saying to yourself, when somebody tell you that, that's not a compliment. That's an insult.
Absolutely.
And these brothers now, they ain't even getting a chance to go back because the first time they go in there, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
You talking life.
Absolutely.
Because you done took a life, so it's more like an eye for an eye.
And then with this war on drugs, phony garbage here, all they want to do is just arrest a lot of, minorities. And that's us. You know what I mean? Why can't we have that day of peace, And let's try to strive for that. And other things also, man, let's put the guns down and stop killing each other. And let's try to love one another. If we have a disagreement, let's disagree in love instead of hate.
The drugs is one of the reasons why the guns are being picked up.
Absolutely.
The money goes hand in hand with the drugs and the money and the guns.
Absolutely.
The dollar on that corner might not be greater than the one on that corner. So when you turn around and this brother say, I want that corner, you know what he's going to do.
Yeah. But you can still do that and get along with each other's hustle, man. You just respect the other man's hustle. That's all. Stay out of his way.
Why not legalize the hustle?
That'll work. Most definitely.
You can't legalize no drug hustle, but I know you can legalize some other hustles. Because I done legalized mine. I done did that. Them bits.
How about
I'm
that?
tired of doing them. And I'm tired of doing the drugs. I done got the 8N clean on everything across the board. So I don't need to do that no more. So when I look at the brothers that's out here, I tell them quick. This how I went. When I was out here, I was selling for myself, and then I started taking from myself. And then I started taking from myself. So you ain't gonna be out here doing nothing that is original.
Absolutely.
We done did it.
We ain't doing nothing but recycling and recycling and recycling and recycling. That's all it basically is.
Yeah, it's like a garbage can. Get it, you put it in, but you don't get nothing good coming up out of it.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And there's the old saying is there's nothing new under the sun, which there is nothing new under the sun. What y'all are doing is what have been done, tried, and proven. You can do it, but back in the day when little Melvin was doing it, the people who were supposed to got killed. There wasn't a lot of innocent bystanders getting killed. And to the people who, is shooting them innocent bystanders, man, turn yourselves in, man. Be a man and own up to that. If you don't own up to nothing else, be a man and do that. And give the people whose lives you have changed some closure. You know what I mean? So let's start being, if a real man take real man responsibility and do grown-up things. That's what real men do.
Like take care of their children.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to be killing somebody else and having the mother and the uncles and the nephews taking care of the next man's child, because this man can't. He can't take care of a child from a casket.
Absolutely.
And he damn sure can't take care of one from a jail cell. So we have to remember, everything that follows this messed up economy
Yes.
will end our economy, which is the failure.
Absolutely.
And our failure is not no goddamn cycle that should be continued and continued and continued.
That's right. We got to break the cycle of violence. And like we say, man, if you got a beef with somebody, just sit down and discuss it, or just go skin to skin, and get it out your system. Go ahead.
What we need is some conflict resolution things, because some people don't know how to internalize when they wrong or they right, or it does. Sometimes people just disagreeing. Just to disagree and don't know they both on the same page, they're just saying it differently.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then this respect thing, I looked it up, and it's admiration. It's not something that say you have to totally honor me.
Absolutely.
And when you get down to that, obviously you don't know what respect is. Because now you disrespecting somebody by trying to kill them, and the dream of their family.
Yes, so true.
And it's just sad when I think about it. When I say welcome to my hood, I'm basically like trying to welcome you all into a good part of Baltimore. But unfortunately, you can't find that everywhere.
Well, Ice Cube made that song, It Was a Good Day. And what I found out about it is he was saying that there are good days in the hood. Every day there's not always killing every day. So let's celebrate that. The good days that we have. That nobody got shot, nobody got killed. We might have had some disagreements and some fights, but we still live another day.
Unfortunately, there's no good days here for some people and some families, because there've been like almost 150 murders and damn near twice that many shootings.
Wow.
So if you're talking, we on average of killing one or two, it's not no good days for somebody.
Absolutely.
It's definitely not no good days, and that's unfortunate that you're going to run into that type of havoc.
Yeah.
And the bad thing about what I really hate to hear is Black Lives Matter. When I hear Black Lives Matter, I'm wondering, is that for the cops or if that's for us? Because if we're Black Lives Matter, why are we running around here killing black people?
There you go. Absolutely. Well, a good point. Because the black lives have to matter to us, not to anybody else, but to the people who are losing their lives, which is us. So if black lives matter, then we must put the guns down in order to make these black lives matter. But in the media, all the media want to do is pump up the hype, but you don't hear too many positive stories about black folks doing positive things. So we have to find the positive things to get the positive things out there that says that we can be positive and not always judgmental and always like crabs in the
basket.
Yeah, pulling each other down. Let's start raising each other up. You know what I mean? And next time we look down on them, man, let's look down on them and extend a hand to help them up.
Sometimes when I be looking at them crabs, though, they be trying to hang on and go for the ride.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? But as we, each one reach one, each one teach one.
Exactly.
So like the Marines have a saying that we don't leave our men behind. That's what we gotta do. We gotta start reaching back and pulling each other up, and just standing up for what's right, man. And what's right is that Black Lives Matter, but they have to matter to us, not to anybody else, no other race but us. We gotta start caring about us. We gotta start loving us.
first.
Absolutely. And we can have that day of peace that's not so far off from the horizon if we learn to put down the guns, if we learn to love each other in peace, and learn how to be learn how to have a disagreement without being physically disrespectful to one another.
Think about those that will sit around and cry about the situation instead of doing something about the situation.
You got to get involved. You know what I mean? It's going to take everybody, even the ones that's sitting around, that's talking about it and everything. Okay, let's just reach out and start, reaching out to one another. If you got a suggestion, let's bring it up to the forefront, man. But first, we have to find a gathering spot where we can gather to have these discussions, to sit down and work them out.
That's true. That's true.
So once we get that together and everything, or just, hey, we have a discussion wherever we at, and hopefully it'll pass on, or post this and post that, all the good things. Let's post some of the good things instead of always posting somebody getting shot or somebody showing up with a gun or things of that nature. Let's post some positive things out there, because there's a lot of positive things happening in this world.
I hate to hear that the negativity is the thing that sells.
Yes.
And it seems like the news will give you 26 minutes of this person getting shot and 4 minutes of some sports and
absolutely,
weather. I really hate to hear that, and I hate to see it. And just like the other day when them 5 people got shot from a candlelight visual, I'm saying to myself,
how about that?
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, we can't even hold a visual on our loved ones without getting shot or killed. That doesn't make no sense at all. Here it is, we're supposed to be celebrating the person's life and everything. Unfortunately,
the home going.
Yeah, the home going.
And it didn't even have to be that way.
Not even have to be that way. So that's what we have to do. We have to learn how to love one another. My pastor has a saying that says we have to learn to love the hell out of each other. So that's what we have to do.
Not love them to death.
Yeah, absolutely. Just love the hell out of each other, man. Good or bad, man. Indifferences or not. We just have to get together, and we have to start, lifting each other up, doing positive things. That's the main source right there. We got to start doing that. After we put the guns down, then we got to start, lifting each other up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with having a disagreement.
First, we got to put down the gun mentality.
Put the gun down, yeah.
Put the gun mentality down, because a lot of people, if they can't find a gun, they'll find a knife, or they'll find 6 other people to come along and try to kill somebody. It's like in the animal kingdom, they the ones that go out there and kill for survival. We don't have to do that.
Absolutely.
We got stores we can go buy food from. We got food pantries we can go get something from. We're not sitting down there eating the human beings as it goes.
Absolutely. All right.
So why would we kill somebody for survival purposes unless it is, if they're going to take from us, we got to make sure they don't. But you still don't have to kill them.
Exactly. You can defend your household without killing somebody.
Exactly.
If that's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. If you got the gun and the person got the knives, hey, it's a no-win situation for the person with the knife. Only thing you got to do is disarm him, and restrain him, then call the cops. You know what I mean? That's all we got to do, man. But we have to, like Brother Sharief says, man, we have to, first put down the guns. And that's where the whole thing starts, from putting down the guns, and we got to learn to love one another, regardless to our differences and regardless to our background or whatever have you. Everybody got a testimony. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But what we have to do, man, is we just got to start loving each other, and we got to start communicating a lot better, and we got to start. If Black lives really matter, then we have to put the guns down.
That's right, mothers. Y'all got to remember, most of y'all are in that house with that child. I'm not saying all fathers is not there, but most of y'all are there in that house first.
Yes.
When that child come home from school, you the next teacher.
Absolutely.
And you got to teach them from the time they coming up, if you want to see them to be successful.
That's right.
President Obama wasn't out there gangbanging.
Absolutely. He was home studying, he was hitting the books, and getting a good night's sleep. You know what I mean? Ain't saying that he didn't do his little thing, but he was more focused on his goals before he focused on the nonsense.
Even Ben Carson.
Yeah.
Come on now, he came from Detroit, and Detroit is like this but worse.
The #1 murder capital of the world, or somewhere in there.
I think we up there now. I heard we 6.
Right.
So we might be bumping them out the way. I don't know why we trying to bump out another city.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't make no sense.
Absolutely.
To be #1 in something like that.
Not negatively like that. #1 murder city of the world. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. What we need is to be the #1 city as far as, helping each other, loving each other, just being there for your brother or your sister. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, we have to learn how to start loving ourselves. We got to teach the little young lady to be respectful of her body. You know what I mean? You can look good and you ain't got to be having it all hang out. Bruh, you can be good and you ain't got to be trying to have sex with every woman you see. You know what I mean? Or if you do, man, cover it up. If you ain't ready for no kid, then cover it up. You know what I mean? Respect yourself as you respect that person.
Because diseases is real.
Absolutely.
Diseases don't have no prejudice about who we get.
You would think we're not in it. You would think we don't have an AIDS epidemic going on.
Or gonorrhea or syphilis.
How about that?
And I think we #1 and 2 in that situation.
Wow. All I know is there was a statistic that said from the year 2005 up until 2016, there was 50,000 cases of AIDS every year.
Damn.
Them some statistics for you. You know what I mean? 50,000 cases of AIDS every year from 2005 up to 2016. That scares me to death.
And that is no conspiracy.
Absolutely.
Ain't no conspiracy.
Absolutely. And you gotta love yourself, man. Wait to have sex. Ain't nothing wrong waiting to have sex. Ain't nothing wrong with being a virgin. You know what I mean? But we just gotta all boil down to this, folks. We just gotta start making better choices. Our young people gotta start making better choices. We gotta teach the young people to respect themselves and love themselves. And you young ladies, stop falling for that okey doke. Somebody, love you or whatever.
Somebody gotta love you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Love yourself. Love yourself enough to make that person wait. If he love you, he'll wait.
Stop being afraid to be alone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It doesn't make no sense. You was born alone, you're gonna die alone.
There you go.
So you're gonna be alone at some point in your life. And just because you got a child don't mean you're not alone. You're still alone. The father might not be there.
Yeah, but you just have to do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to reach out and find these programs. They got programs for the homeless. If a homeless man can go down there and get some health insurance, a woman can go down there, a man can go down there and get some health insurance.
Some self-esteem assurance.
Yeah, and there you go. It's all out there for you, but you gotta dig into your resources. You gotta read, you gotta listen, you gotta talk about it, you gotta ask somebody about how do I go about this, how do I go about that. You know what I mean? So that's why I say you gotta sit at the foot of an elder to learn some stuff, man. And then you take what you can and leave the rest. You know what I mean? If it ain't for you, don't worry about that. But get something that you can get out of it. And if we can help reach 1 or 2 people, it's all been worth it. And you gotta start loving each other.
Just imagine if one person was able to help one person, and the cycle continued. It'd be like a big snowball that would never melt.
Absolutely. Just grow bigger and bigger and bigger.
And our kids, they would be able to be raised by a sensible next generation.
Absolutely.
Instead of this being the X generation. And the X means to X you out.
Absolutely.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
That is sad. Because if you're not if you're not deemed to become the next president or thought of, close to it, or somebody successful to run your own company, to run your own state.
Absolutely.
Then hey, it just goes to show nobody has no confidence in you.
But the opportunities are out there.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta seek and find. You gotta knock. You gotta not take no for an answer. You know what I mean? If somebody tell you no, go to the next door and knock. If somebody tell you no, you keep on knocking and keep on knocking until somebody says yes to you. It's out there, man. You just gotta go for it and use your, surpluses. You know what I mean?
Knock and kick the door and use the
what it
window.
takes.
Squeeze underneath the door.
Absolutely.
Squeeze through the door to the dog trap.
Yes.
Get in there any way, any means necessary,
Absolutely.
any way possible.
Absolutely.
Just do it legally.
There you go.
Because the jails, they want you in there.
Yeah, and we giving March Funeral Home and all the other funeral homes too much business. You know what I mean? So we have to stop that. You know what I mean?
Do you know the funeral homes actually are delaying funerals because they have too many?
Absolutely. I don't doubt it.
And they ain't from the people that's dying with insurance. They delaying them because they know the people can't pay them. So if you can't pay me, why I'm gonna put them in the ground for?
All right, man.
I can't go get the money from him.
Yeah.
And before I know, you might be killed. Talking about you gonna pay me and you can't even pay your own funeral.
Absolutely.
Sad.
So we have to start, investing in each other. You know what I mean? And that's about the, you know, the cut and dry situation of it. We got to start investing in each other. You know, our young ladies got to start loving themselves enough to make the young brothers wait. The young brothers got to love themselves enough to wait. And these old men that's saying these young ladies, man, y'all got to cut that out, man. You know, really, you know, you ought to know better. You know, an older woman ought to know better. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. And it got to start by stopping somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to thank RD. I'm Sharief. And we're going to be back at you once again with Welcome to My Hood.
Absolutely. Peace.
One more year, no more violence. Let me repeat, my beef comes with two sides and a receipt. I have a positive agenda. No more time for practicing to be a repeat offender. My BG&E is my heat. I avoid altercations with my brain and my feet. No running, just a simple step, and I still have an untarnished rep. Fun should be in your life more. Treat your entertainment like Uno and draw 4. That is 4 times more fun instead of being miserable with none. My ignorance tank is on empty, so don't spend time trying to play foolish and tempt me. I don't have time to be held back. My watch not only tells time, it tells me you don't have no time for that. I'm about accomplishing and banking a lot of bread. Not trying to be successful only after I'm dead. I want to smell my flowers while I'm alive. Make dying hard, not trying to survive. I am not fighting over a corner, that name is not mine. If you do, your brain must be on pause, and that's not a good sign. But who am I? Someone who don't need Murray to tell you that wasn't a lie. I am the man in any hood. I am good. It is the best way to be, respected and understood. I got nothing but sense and a lot of heart. Every minute I live, I react smart. It don't have to be the lead, but in my movie, this is my part. Mama screamed, not my child. The shock of hearing he was found dead in the trash, really on top of the pile. 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, hell, it was holes everywhere. It was even one replacing some of his hair. Cops came, yellow tape surrounded the drama. Cops bypassed the medics, no need for shock trauma. Well-dressed detectives counted the shells. Officers canvassed the crowd. No snitching was enforced, meaning no one was going to tell. Later that morning, Grandma and Mama got that news. No father was around, so no sleep he was guaranteed to lose. What a sad affair. No graduation, no prom. Unfortunately, no little ones behind the cries to hear. Damn, he had to go so young. He didn't even have time to experience nothing. His life had just begun. People dying faster than bills going through a money machine. That late night, early morning call ended with a loud scream. Automatically, my heart dropped because I know what that means. Christmas and New Year's without her son, your man. Both of y'all wondering, this was not a part of my plan. This is a major without. And then to think about it, a suspect they are not even trying to find out. They said things must hurt before they get better. The look on our face obviously explains never. They obviously don't know the feelings. There is no band-aid, stitches, or quick process for this healing. If you never had it done to you, you will never understand the deal. Stop saying you understand how I feel.
Her kid on them streets, she know what he doing. She can't claim she don't have no idea. Some would even say, she don't even care. But deep down, her biggest fear is hearing her son will no longer be here. He won't get the chance to see his seeds start or finish his career. No insurance, so GoFundMe will pay for his funeral. R.I.P. gone but not forgotten will be some of the words on his mural. Oh, he was a good boy, didn't bother nobody. Remember the streets talk, and they said his gun had a couple of bodies. For the life of me, I can't figure out why Baltimore's not on the first 48. Out of all them cities, we double and triple their murder rate. Over 300 again, and I can't even begin to lie and say what it would end. Murdering is not a rites of passage. If this relates to you, please don't laugh, because this is a serious message. Murder is not a responsibility. 17, 18, 25, 30 is not our life expectancy.
Newsflash, newsflash. 2 gone. 1 carried by 6. The other judged by 12. I don't want to die. Those words was his last. Another one dead was the newsflash. Like ignorant people, some speculated what he had done. No one even bothered to notice that brown skin meant it was another one. He done went from having an ID to being seen on a shirt. And if you want to see him in person, you got to go look for a stone in some dirt. Newsflash, newsflash. 2 are gone. 1 carried by 6, the other judged by 12. Who, what, where, when, and how? The accused mother replaced them words with "not my child." Everybody in the courtroom said it didn't have to be this way, especially when they heard "not guilty" is what the accused say. You can lay back and think the block ain't the same. I guess so, cause the only time you see this boy is on a wall, R.I.P. and his name. Some so scared, talking about they gonna move to the county. The grass not greener on the other side. If it was, you wouldn't hear from the governor when one of them county kids died.
We are one, came to fight us, let them come and try us. We gon' stand together, put our hands together. We are one, came to fight us, let them come and try us. We gon' stand together, put our hands together. Hands up, don't shoot. We just tryna get ahead, no loot. Cause these days, only one phrase, stay true. Ain't nobody safe on these streets. Cold blue, he can't breathe. We can't breathe. Seeing how they handle shit, what the kids believe, that we are the target. Open season on the darkest. Billy get away, but they gunning down Martin, trying to get the Marcus. We ain't taking it no more. 12, you trying to lay us out, but you see we here still. Look around, I don't think it could get any more real. They holding all the cards and we getting a raw deal. Cause unarmed, they shoot you down without fear. Got a gun, you go to jail with no bail. What are we supposed to do? Line up like fucking ducks for you? We are one, came to fight us, let them come and try us. We gon' stand together,